Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have another shoutcast for you, and this time we are diving into the Halloween Cup. I absolutely love this cup. Now, for those that are not familiar with the Silph Arena tournaments, this is a similar cup and similar types to the Twilight Cup. I mean, we have different Pokemon now than we did back then, but the types are basically the same. I think they added Bug in this, though, compared to the Twilight Cup, but nonetheless, this is definitely really fun, and I'm enjoying every second of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this trainer is running. He's running Azumarill, which is going to be really common with my preferred moveset, Bubble, Ice Beam, and Play Rough. And then we also see Alolan Marowak at the bottom with Fire Spin, Shadow Ball, and Bone Club, another super common pick. But we also see Shadow Golbat with Wing Attack, Shadow Ball, and Poison Fang. So I do like Shadow Golbat. I actually bought a second move on my Shadow Golbat. It's a pretty decently ranked one. But I didn't power it up or anything. I may try it out. I may want to use it. But I do think it's going to be really good. I mean, Azumarill is going to be super common, so definitely going to be a good Pokemon that could handle that with Poison Fang being so spammy, right? So it's definitely a good option. Out of the battles I did, I personally haven't seen one myself, but I still think it's a really good Pokemon. And it's just going to be hitting hard with that extra 20% shadow damage. So really cool team. Really cool team. So let's go ahead. We have a few. I think we have like 5 battles. I think we have one set. I don't know if these battles are out of order or not, because it was sent to me in different clips. So they might be out of order. They may not be. Either way, it doesn't really matter too much. But in comes Firefang Mawile. That's another solid pick as well from the opponent. But this Golbat going to go ahead and opt to shield that attack. Going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball. I didn't see the health of the Mawile. Is this going to be enough to KO? It is going to be enough. Look how much that Shadow Ball did. Shadow Golbat doing a tremendous amount of damage. Obstagoon strong against the Alolan Marowak, right? You can't go for the Shadow Ball because it's going to heavily resist it. So you got to go for the Bone Club, which in general is a weak move. The Fire Spins are really the only thing doing some damage to it. Hyper Beam from the opponent. Okay, these are ranked 7 battles, so maybe a little bit, a little bit less competitive. Maybe a little bit. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Either way, able to win that one. Some trainers are really good. They just don't do all their battles, so they don't get to rank 8 or rank 9. That's totally understandable. But anyway, able to win that one. And okay, it looks like he goes 4-1 in this set, so it looks like these battles are out of order. Again, I do apologize for that, but anyway, able to win that game, so that was a very good game. Very shocked about that Hyper Beam. That Hyper Beam is actually double resisted from Alolan Marowak, right? So you do see Azumarill versus an Alolan Marowak, so definitely positive for the Azumarill. Okay, yep, the Marowak is going to switch out. So even though that was positive for Azumarill, because Azumarill does not have Hydro Pump, it's more or less an even matchup because Ice Beam and Play Rough are both resisted. Bubble is doing super effective damage, and Shadow Balls do a lot, but obviously you don't know if the Azumarill on the opponent's side is going to have Hydro Pump or not. But either way, as you saw right there, Shadow Golbat able to beat not only Azumarill, but fairies in general. The Charm uses doing a lot of damage. That Shadow version doing a lot of damage. Charm definitely pretty popular in this cup as well, so you definitely want a poison type on your team. In fact, I'm probably going to honestly use Shadow Golbat myself. At least try it out. It's definitely a solid pick. So this Marowak will go for a charge attack. That Golbat will opt to shield. Going to be a Bone Club. Okay, nice bait on the opponent's end. Golbat switching into Alolan Marowak. Again, super common. This Alolan Marowak is going to go ahead and go for Bone Club. By the way, guys, I am going to be shoutcasting everyone's Halloween Cup, so if you want to submit yours, I will get it out this week. At some point this week, I'm going to try to do my best to get to everybody's. So if you want to submit it, link in the description down below. I totally appreciate it. We should definitely be able to get to everyone because I love this cup and I want to feature quite a few battles on it. But either way, in comes that Alolan Marowak, and the opposing Alolan Marowak will go for a charge attack. Bone Club will be enough. Going to be that Bone Club. And then in comes Golbat, saved that Shadow Ball from earlier. Oh, going for the Poison Fang. But because it's a Shadow and how low the Marowak is, that's still going to be enough to take it out. So able to win that one. Really well played. Fantastic game. I know this trainer has submitted battles in the past, and I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that, guys. I guess I didn't push them close enough together for that one. I do apologize for that, but that's totally fine. We'll just jump into the next game with Azumel versus Galvantula. Okay, so this is not a good matchup for Azumel, so you're going to want to switch out into that Alolan Malwak, okay? Okay, so it looks like Galvantula stayed in a little bit too long, but it is able to catch a Bone Club with whatever came in. Drifblim, so nice catch on the opponent's side, able to catch that Bone Club, does literally nothing to Drifblim. Drifblim will go for, this is probably an Icy Wind. It could be a Shadow Ball. Yeah, it's going to be an Icy Wind. And then that will allow Alolan Malwak to get off the Shadow Ball, so even though its attack was debuffed, it will still do a lot. In fact, it actually just knocks it out. In comes Azumel, so Azumel will be able to farm down at this point in time, not before a Bone Club comes out. So Bone Club will be hitting for neutral damage. It's a weak move. Shadow Bone is coming soon. Is it going to be a good move? Well, it is a good move. We know what it does, so I can't wait for that. Nonetheless, in comes Shadow Golbat. Shadow Golbat going for the Poison Fang. Does a tremendous amount, as I said. Well, not really a tremendous amount, but it does charge up really fast. So definitely a powerful Pokemon. So we're going to go ahead and shield that. That's one thing about Azumel, that Ice Beam is going to be super effective as well. But anyway, going to shield that up, not wanting to take that discharge. Going for the Poison Fang right now against this Galvantula, a very squishy Pokemon. Galvantula will shield. Okay, in comes Azumel. Oh man, discharge is going to do a lot. It won't be enough to KO, but it will do a lot. Galvantula is definitely a powerful Pokemon. Okay, going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam right now. So this Ice Beam will KO the Galvantula, no doubt about it. Oh, the opponent still has a shield as well. Okay, I didn't realize that. But the opposing Azumel will go ahead and go for an Ice Beam that will KO the Azumel. In comes Golbat. So I would say Golbat would win this, but the opponent still has a shield. So this Poison Fang will be resisted. Or not resisted, but it will be shielded. And then the Azumel will be able to get to an Ice Beam, which will put an end to this Shadow Golbat. So I guess this is the game he's... Oh no, he goes for Play Rough. He goes for Play Rough. Still wins that though. Wow, that actually... Didn't he have Ice Beam? Didn't he have Ice Beam turn before? I'm not really too sure. I thought he did. But either way, okay. Either way, the opponent won that one. So that was the game he lost, I guess. But nonetheless, okay, good game. So now we have Azumel versus Drifblim. Okay, so I would say with an Ice Beam Azumel, this should favor the Azumel. Well, let's see how it plays out. It looks like a charge attack coming through. I think this is only an Icy Wind, so you don't have to worry about it. Definitely don't want to shield. If you're the Drifblim, you definitely want to charge up to at least Shadow Ball to bluff the Shadow Ball, even if you go for Icy Wind. So this Ice Beam is going to be shielded. Even though the debuff, it still does a lot. Drifblim is pretty squishy, right? I mean, even with the debuff, it still takes a lot from super effective hits. I mean, it's going to be able to take this Ice Beam because of the double debuff, but still should chunk away at it, right? So now, if you're the Azumel, can you bubble down? Maybe. If this is a Shadow Ball, it will KO the Azumel. And it is going to be a Shadow Ball, so that will KO Azumel. Okay, so Drifblim wins, but it took a shield as well. Golbat comes in, switching into Alolan Ninetales. Okay, very interesting. Is that Charm? Because I was going to say that switch kind of makes sense if it's Powder Snow, but it looks like Charm to me. Although, look how much that did. Poison Fang would have been the way to go. He went for Shadow Ball, right? Only reason Poison Fang is because Poison Fang is super effective, but that's okay. It looked like he went for Shadow Ball, but I could be wrong. Either way, Alolan Malwak is going to be hit with this Night Slash. So, ooh, the Obstagoon does get that boost. Bone Club coming out for the Alolan Malwak. That will hit Alolan Malwak. Okay, able to get off another one. So yeah, again, as I mentioned earlier, against Obstagoon, you do have to go for the Bone Clubs because Shadow Ball is like... What is it? It's like triple resistant or something, right? It's crazy. You cannot go for Shadow Ball. It does nothing. So you have to go for the Bone Clubs, which Bone Club is a weak move. It's a good move because it's a bait move, but it's a weak one at that. Okay, so Obstagoon going to be hit with this Bone Club again. So Bone Club spam, right? You love to see it. Going to knock out that Obstagoon. So Alolan Malwak actually able to win with both shields intact. So that's kind of cool to see. So able to win that one. So I believe we have one more Halloween Cup battle for you guys. I want to say one more, but let's see. That was a great game. Okay, loving the new pose. I bought the new pose myself from the opponent. I love it. I think it's really cool. One of my favorite poses. Actually, it's probably my favorite pose. Okay, so this is not a good matchup. Azumarill can fight it with Ice Beam, but it's still not a good matchup. So switching into that Golbat, you have two answers in the back to Venusaur. So, okay, Golbat going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball. Let's see. Okay, it's very interesting that Azumarill switched into a Golbat. But if you're the Golbat, you definitely want to go for the Poison Fang because it's more energy efficient. It's super effective against the Azumarill. So perhaps a mistake, but that's totally fine. No big deal. So going for the Poison Fang now, the Azumarill will shield that one up. Getting into another Poison Fang. This Poison Fang, I think, is enough. This should be enough to KO Azumarill, right? A Shadow. Okay, Azumarill's going to go ahead and shield. You could shield this and Fawn down, I think. So Golbat is going to go ahead and shield that Ice Beam. And then now it looks like he's trying to Fawn down. Able to Fawn down before another Ice Beam comes through. In comes Alolan Marowak. That Alolan Marowak is not going to appreciate the Shadow Ball. In fact, it's probably going to KO it. Oh, no, it doesn't, but it comes very close. Both go down, totally fine. Now it's 2-1. In comes that Venusaur. Both moves from Venusaur are not double resisted. Both are resisted, so able to take that Sludge Bomb easily. And yeah, just going to be it for this game and for this video. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I will see you in the next one. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.